Welcome to the Isle of Misfit Rolls, a 5e D&D actual play podcast where a group of unlikely heroes attempt to save the world from darkness and try not to fuck it up along the way. Let's see how they do this week on the Isle of Misfit Rolls. You guys travel for a couple hours or whatnot.
I'm assuming we're all together.
Yes.
Okay.
We're all traveling together.
Cool.
Talking. What was that, Erica?
I just said cool. Also, I'm probably quizzing Almas on his general health and well-being and taking notes with any responses just so I can get a basis of this whole potion shenanigan.
Once I hear them talking about it, Tavruk is very not contributing much to the conversation, but just like, wait,
Kinda
what the fuck?
eavesdropping?
What's up now? Yeah, like, why is he? His bones? What?
Yeah, so any questions I ask are general questions of like, okay, so where does the pain generally happen? How intense does it get? How worse has I been? I'm medicine questions like a doctor that I don't know, but she knows.
So Jack would stop walking and turn around and, who's sick?
The world's sick.
No, someone here's sick.
Oh, what?
Who's sick?
I don't know if it's a sickness per se, but I don't know much about it yet.
Well, he kind of like looks at the lot of them and says, "Not Big Red. Ghost Woman Hill."
Not quite.
I mean, she is very pale.
So his finger then goes to flat face.
Not sick as extremely uncomfortable at all times.
Why?
Aren't we all?
Is it because it's not wet enough and not warm enough? Jack understand.
Almost the chocolate would be like, yeah, this place is different than where I'm from. You get it.
Is making ill?
Not sick, but just feel, like when you get a hangover, but it never goes away.
Sten shakes his head no. And then he proceeds to rummage through his pouches and like pulls out like a wooden bowl and like reaches into some more and like puts some things in it and starts grinding it up. And then once he's finished grinding it all up, he walks up to Elmas and he lifts the bowl up and he blows the contents right in his face. Lesser restoration.
Does that do anything, DM?
Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't think
You
so.
feel better.
Time. That was more good than bad.
Jack nods with approval and then goes back to walking.
So you said this place is different than where you're from, correct?
From what I can recall, yes.
Do you know where that was?
I can remember stars and a lot of stuff happening, like a long time.
Stars and stuff very much narrows it down.
But I don't know how I don't remember why I got far from home.
What? How far back do you remember?
Where is home?
Home? I mean, come on, guys, that's a pretty personal question.
You can just say no.
He'll kind of look down. Let's figure out this mine. I'll tell you later. I'll tell you about this medical stuff, though.
Basically, I'm getting a sense of how frequently it needs to be made, along with any other random notes I can get.
Roll me a medicine check.
Ah, shit. Yes! 19.
You can tell this is almost like a variation of almost like a slow serum. It kind of seems to slow down like the aging process almost. Slows down his metabolism. And it
Oh,
looks
so the
like
potion does that.
yes. But can I have Chalk and Tally roll me perception checks as you have?
Ooh.
I saw nothing.
I have a
Another
dirty
one?
20.
A dirty
Hey.
20.
I have a natural one.
Okay. Well, with your dirty 20, you can see ahead a man kind of just sitting on a rock ahead. You can see a bit of a rustling in the bushes.
I, however, trip over a rock.
So as we're continuing forward and Tally is oblivious to it, like Chak just kind of puts his quarterstaff in front of her to stop her from walking forward. Smoothskin has friends in nearby trees.
What?
He says he points to the one on the rock, and then he points to the bushes and trees, and he says Smoothskin have friends in trees.
How can you tell?
It's like trees don't move that way normally.
Hearing that, almost will send out the bat, and within 100 feet, I can ask, tell him to recon and look for any other people.
Okay, as he kind of goes, he sees the guy sitting on a rock. He looks like he's got like a little mandolin with him. He's tuning it. You can see a sword on his hip and whatnot. And as he does a sweep over like the little forest that's not too far off the path, that's slowly encroaching on the road. As it does a sweep by that right side there, you can see about 3 people in the bushes.
And are
Actually,
they
4.
like waiting in ambush position, or are they just
Yes,
chilling out?
The 4 are waiting in an ambush position.
I will tell the group that. I'll whisper that to them. Like, yeah, Chalk's right. There's about 4 guys up there ready to do some damage. Be very careful.
Can we tell if they've seen us yet?
They have. You could tell they're the fact that they're sitting there waiting for it.
I'm gonna very conspicuously draw Jeremiah. Make sure he's good to go. Just like super obviously. I don't want to deal with the shit.
Should we just tell them that his friends should come out? We already know they're there.
No.
Or should we
Nope.
go into the woods?
I say we keep going, ignore them. If they fight us, then they're great, they're tombstones.
Right now, they think they have the advantage. They don't know that we know that they know. So
True.
I think we approach like gullible travelers, and then we walk up with the upper hand.
Well, I want to sneak up there
Well, they already
in
see
the
us.
tree line.
No, you know what? Chak just starts walking up at this point.
Yep. I mean,
I'm
I have my bow
thinking-
drawn,
yeah.
so I don't really care.
I'm up at the front. I want to
When
be at the
you
front of the
get
group.
to about 60 feet away, I'll get 2 people to roll me perception check.
Okay, I have a 21.
Okay.
Yay!
As you could do a sweep of the area, you see the guy there. You can see how he's taken his strumming hand off, and it's now sitting on the side of his blade. From your druid perception, you can almost hear the pullback of crossbows, and then surprising you to the left, you see more rustling.
Chak continues as he's continuing forward. He tightens his hand grip on his quarterstaff, and as he's doing so, anyone who's nearby can see small bits of mold and fungal growth, and even some small mushrooms start sprouting onto his scales in various places. Any bits of exposed hide. And his eyes change from the standard reptilian, almost solid black with a faint, almost glowing green iris, as I'm using my beast shape for my spore-specific form.
Ooh, fancy.
And at that point, I'm going to get us all to roll initiative. And anybody above 20?
I have a 20.
I got a sweet ass 22.
Okay. 15 and above?
17.
Okay. Above 10?
11.
Chalk, what do you have?
I have a 7 total. Jack,
Oh.
go last.
Well, to start the round, it's Tally.
I am going to cast. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna run up and slice and dice. All right. 16.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay. So then that's 5 points of damage.
Okay. You took a good chunk out of him. He is fairly injured. Anything else on your turn? That will be it.
No, that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Almost, you're up.
Alright, so the guys in the woods, we can't actually see them yet.
No.
Oh shit! I should have yelled out. There's more of them.
I'm going to cast a firebolt at him as the eyes go red. And I'm like, alright, we're in the shit now, guys. And I'll go ahead and hit a firebolt at him. And it's with a 9 plus 7, 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that is 7 points of fire damage to the former loot player.
And so as you see a fireball streak by you, it nails the loot player, knocking him off. He looks at his loot, which is now like half on fire. Strings are now going pink, 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 popping out of tune. Tavrook, you're up.
Alright, so we're all 60 feet away?
Yep. Except Tally's off on her own.
Who's, okay. I want to walk up 30 feet, and then I will hold my action, my irregular attack action, for anyone in range of. So I walk up right in the middle of the road, and I'm just like, I know you're there, come out, you sons of bitches, and I'm just.
Okay. Next up is Aviana.
So, seeing Tavrook kind of take a stance in the middle of the road, I'm gonna hold action. I'm gonna hold an attack on the guy with the loot, because he's the only one I can actually see. And if we're gonna try and posture to get past him without fighting, I'm gonna try and go with it. So I'm gonna take aim, and if anyone jumps out to attack us, I'm shooting the dude with the loot.
As you look over, you see the loot player take his loot that's on fire, throw it on the ground, pull out his light crossbow. You're surrounded. Just throw down your weapons and your belongings, and we'll spare your lives. This is your final chance. And he takes aim, but he doesn't fire. And then next up will be Chuck.
Alright, Chuck goes to the left where he heard the wrestling.
As soon as you make a move,
Yeah, that's fine.
that guy fires his crossbow and at Tavrook. Another one. So we have one to attack Tavrook. That's gonna miss. So he gets one shot at Chalk. Is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Okay. That'll hit for 3 damage.
Okay.
Aviana, you get your attack.
Sweet. 13 plus math. 8. 13 plus 8 is a lot.
Oh, shit, that's right. Plus 8, 21.
What's up? But my damage is garbage. 6 piercing damage as I shoot this dude in the loot. Not the loot. In the crossbow, because he dropped the loot. I don't shoot him in the loot.
Right in the loot.
So as you shoot him, it just hits his crossbow, goes through the crossbow to his gut, going about halfway through him, and you see him go, he just coughs up a bunch of blood and then drops.
Poor boy.
And then one more will, the one that Tally attacked will take a swing back. That is a natural 20.
Oh.
So that'll be 6 damage.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
He catches you off guard on how graceful and actually he is with his scimitar.
He's definitely just lucky.
Chalk, you just beelining it for the...
Yeah, I beeline myself to the left where I heard where the rustling was.
Okay. You should be able to reach there on your next turn, unless you're dashed.
I'll dash.
Alright. You dash and you get there and you're just at the edge of the forest.
It's just at the edge of the forest?
Yeah.
Do I see them?
Yes, you see 3 people in the bushes.
How close am I to them?
Yeah, so you're still about 15 feet. Because at the angle of the 30 feet. It's the
Alright,
bushes.
that's all I needed to know.
Yeah, we'll say 15 then.
Okay.
So close.
So close yet so far.
Yeah. Dim spores.
They see you, and the 3 of them rush towards you.
Okay.
And they take their scimitars out, and the 3 of them are going to try to attack you.
Reaction. One of them needs to make a Constitution saving
But little do they know.
That is an 8.
That is an 8? Oh. This is even worse because I'm in my sport. So that one will take 5 points of necrotic damage. As the spores that are on Chak, as they're approaching, just erupt in a cloud, and that person's getting infected.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
So he just starts freaking out.
That sounds super healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like peak pinnacle.
And so as that's happening, he goes to make a strike. Oh, that was a natural 20 for a second. But it turns out to be a natural 2.
That'll miss.
That'll miss.
Yeah.
The second one will strike. That is a natural 1.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the third one, who seems to be a bit larger than the others, a little bit more weld armor, will also take a strike at you. His first strike is a natural 20.
Okay.
The second strike is a 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Okay, so I will attack with his damage. 7.
7? Alright.
Oh, God.
That is a crit.
Okay.
And that'll bring us back up to the top of the round tally.
Yeah, I'm gonna slice and dice for non-lethal. That first one is a 13 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. That's 4 points of non-lethal damage. Alright, and then the second one... that's a 7 to hit.
That'll miss.
Yay!
At the end of my turn, can
Oh.
I yell that there's more of them in the trees?
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Do it.
There's more in the trees, guys!
Alright, so Almus is going to go after Chalk. So I'll be
Chalk
going
has
to the left.
3 guys surrounding.
As I see what's going on, I'll try to get 2 of them in the 5-foot area. The
Which 2?
eyes go... the 2 with scimitars, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're all within melee range of him, right?
Yep.
Good stuff. Alright, so the eyes of Almus will go a very dark red. Almost like there's flames coming from the bottom of his eyes as his eyes bleed just a tiny bit from the corners. I'm casting Flaming Sphere as a big swirl of fire reaches up from the feet of the 2 guys with scimitars. And that'll be it, I believe. That they have to... The damage will take effect on their turns, but that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
The eyes, giant
Lovely.
sphere of fire starting to gather underneath those 2 guys' feet.
As your doctor, I'm very concerned about this.
The guys the rustling bushes behind the dead loot player, they haven't done anything. They're still.
An arrow has been fired.
So, I can go. I can use my other 30 feet to get kind of on that tree line on the right side.
Yep, you can get up there because it's 30 feet ahead and 30 feet.
Okay, and I'm assuming they're about 15 feet back as well.
Oh no, they're right at the line.
Oh, they're right on it? Okay. So, okay, they're right there in the bushes, right? Oh, good, they're in bushes. So, okay. Sorry, I'm very excited. So, Tavruk looks over to his left and goes, Almus, we're playing with fire? And then I run up to the bushes, and you see my gloves start to glow, and it kind of starts transferring to my glaive, and you see the glaive, and when it kind of lights up, and then I just do a giant, like, horizontal swing of the glaive, and a big 15-foot burst of fire comes out of it, and I want to try to catch all three of those guys.
Okay.
Yo,
In the
that's bad.
Almost is just like, holy shit!
Oh, man.
What do they have to roll?
That is a dex save, and I don't know how to calculate that because I'm not a magic user. So what do I do?
It's a DC 15 for the.
Oh, it's DC 15.
Yep.
Okay, then it's a dex save.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 3 of them. They all fail.
Yes. Yes.
Hey.
All right. So 3d6 damage. I never got to roll so many dice before. It's 10 damage. 10 damage apiece.
Ooh.
And I was definitely aiming at the bush. So if the bush incidentally catches on fire with them in it, that is great.
Okay, so yeah, they are pretty fucked up.
And I am.
They are
I guess
literally holding on for.
Okay, and am I 15 feet away from them, or how did I have to position that to hit them?
You were
well?
15 feet, like they were
Okay.
just within the range.
Okay, perfect. All right, cool. My turn's over.
All right,
That worked out so
Aviana,
great.
that's your turn. You're up.
Huh. I am going to just kind of go, okay then. I'm turn away, and there was a big dude on the other side where Chalk was, wasn't there?
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot that guy. Still no fancy
Okay.
stuff, just a normal yield arrow shot with a garbage fucking roll again. 5 plus 8 is math, 13.
13, that hits though, right?
That hits him. Yep.
God, what ridiculous stats. You roll a 5 and you still hit.
I told you, I have I roll like garbage, but like most of my stats are very good. That is 10 piercing damage. As I aim for essentially, I concept it as he's going to like swing down on Chuck again, and I just kind of like shoot him like somewhere in the shoulder and kind of like block that one shot. That has nothing to do with actual combat rolls, but is nifty looking.
The bandits on the right, they just storm. 3 of you, well, 3 of them just run right at that tavern.
Okay,
take
cool.
a swing.
Well, as soon as I can do it once, as soon as one of them in range, slave strike.
Okay, make your attack.
Oh, it's very good. It's a dirty 20. No. 22.
That'll hit.
Yep. I mean, I'm pretty sure even a 1 is going to kill these guys. It did 6 damage.
As it runs towards you, just slice him in half as he falls to the ground to your side. And the other 2 look at each other like, "For Jimmy!"
Oh my god.
R.I.P. Bard.
And I rolled a 2 and a 4, so they miss.
Alright, so Chalk looks at the big guy that just got shot. The other 2 are like he just sort of grins, exposing all his teeth, and his teeth are actually glowing at this point with some sort of phlegm, and a bit of it hits the ground and it sizzles and burns. As he's going to use primal savagery on the guy, and he's going to follow it up with a hungry jaws. And he may even do Halo of Spores on him if he needs to.
Okay, let's deal with the first thing.
Got effects on
First
effects
two.
on effects.
So are you attacking the bigger guy or one of the...
Oh, I'm attacking the big guy first, right?
Okay.
He's the one that stabbed me. I do not appreciate being stabbed.
Wasn't a stab, he hit you with a mace.
Yeah, I don't appreciate it. Okay.
Is it a mace with spikes on the end? Could be stabbed.
It's bludgeoning damage.
So I got a 17 on the jaws and a 14 on the savagery.
Both will hit.
Okay. So let's start with the savagery. He will take 7 points of corrosive damage.
Okay.
And then the jaws. He will take 6 points of regular damage and then 5 points of poison. Is he still standing?
Barely.
Alright, make a saving throw. DC,
That's a... what kind?
Constitution.
That's an 8.
Okay, so then he proceeds to take 6 points of necrotic.
What's the last thing that he sees?
Well, he's probably screaming because primal savagery is I sprout fangs and claws. Chuck bites down on his the mace on it, and then starts spinning like a crocodile would. And because it's corrosive, it dissolves away the tissue, and he, like, as he's trying to pull back, and as
It
he
just rips?
pulls back, his entire arm is gone. It's still in Chalk's mouth. And he's looking at this dissolved stump as spores start to erupt over his the side of his face and everything. And he just crumples to the ground. And then Chalk kind of looks to the other two, growling angrily.
Oh, fuck! And it is their turn.
Yep.
And they will both attempt to boogie.
I've already used my reaction, so I can't attack.
So they start running into the woods. And then that will bring us to... oh no, he's dead. Tallies. Back to your turn.
Those are bringing to hit. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to deal non. My first hit is 14.
That'll hit.
Alright. 6 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay. As you go to hit him, you think he's about to dodge him. You just kind of hook him with the hilt and bang his head into one of the trees. He just drops to the ground, unconscious.
I'm gonna get up there next to those guys.
Yeah, you haven't quite reached the other guys,
Just as close as I can get.
the charred guys, but you're almost there.
Okay. I'm just gonna end my turn.
And that brings us to Tavra. Oh, no, sorry, Almus.
Well, not seeing any bad guys, I guess I will just kind of be upset that the flaming sphere is not doing anything, but whatever. It's better these guys are dead or running. And I'm going to go check the loot guy's body, because I'll loot his body. So I will use, I will move, even if I have to dash, I'll get back to the loot guy's body just to stand over it. And I guess I'll bring the sphere 30 feet closer to me. I'll just go around Chalk like a big wide circle and then bring it 30 feet closer to me just in case, I guess.
Okay. Alright, that'll bring us to Tavra. You have...
I'm going to take a normal glaive swing at one of
Okay.
Oh, it's really good. It's 23.
That'll hit.
Alright. So that is... oh, it's max damage. That's 13 damage.
What a waste. He only had one.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
Oh.
Yeah, so I just feel like I cleave the shit out of that guy. And then I look up... oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So then... and then I look over to his friend, and I just kind of give my glaive like a cool, like a staff twirl, you know? And then I'm just going to take the back end and hit him with the pole end.
Were you a polearm master?
Yeah, I'm a polearm master. Bonus action damage.
New tricks.
New tricks. I'm using them all this fight. Here we go. Alright, rolling. I'm gonna use the same seated form. Oh, there we go again. That one's a, I'm assuming my hit bonus is the same. Yeah, it just does less damage. It's an 18.
Okay, that'll hit. Now it's a 1d with strength.
Yes, 1d4 with strength. Yep. That is 5 damage.
That'll kill it. He just had 1 health as well. And with that, that'll end combat round.
As he drops, I'm gonna see the 3 dead dudes at my feet, and I'll turn around and see see everyone else and go, "What? You let yours get away? It was just me over here."
Jack kind of looks up. He's still got the arm in his mouth.
Very impressive. 3 on 3. Only took down 1. Good work, team.
Now that combat's over, I'm going to make it back to my guy that's unconscious.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tie him up and then pat him down.
I'm going to run over there with her, and I'm bringing my giant flaming spear with me in case I need to maybe intimidate or just kill this guy.
Jack will take the arm out of his mouth. He'll hold on to it for now. No way. And he'll lean down to the body and nurture the growth of some of the mushrooms and harvest them before making his way over to the rest of the group.
All right.
I'm casting Goodberry.
Okay. So, as you pat the guy down, he got his what he's wearing. He's wearing leather armor. He has a scimitar on him. He's got a light crossbow, another 5 or 6 bolts on him.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that crossbow and those bolts, and that's all I'm gonna take. Can I wake him up after I search the body?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Just so you know, while they're all doing this, I'm checking out the 3 bodies at my feet. We can do that after the interrogation, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. He kind of perks up. He's like, huh? Oh God. Please don't kill me.
Maybe. Who the hell are you guys? Or were you guys?
We're just fishermen.
Yeah, fishermen don't typically walk around, ambushing people for no reason.
Well, Thomas over there said he teaches the way that people will be coming down the road every once in a while.
Well, Thomas was an idiot, and he's probably dead. I don't know which one of those guys was Thomas.
The one that he ate.
Jack's come up behind Tally, and he's got an arm, and he's kind of waving it at the guy.
I recognize that arm anywhere. Thomas's arm.
Hey, was that a light crossbow or...
Yeah.
Light crossbow? Okay. And you said 6 bolts?
Yeah.
Alright. Why don't you want to fish anymore?
Dude, what's the point? Can't sell the fish anymore. This is the only way we can make money anymore.
Jack kind of looks to Tally and says, "What's this money thing?"
You know those coins?
Oh, kind of rummages, reaches into his pouch and pulls out this.
Yes.
He want this?
Yep. That's all he wanted.
Jack just crouches down next to him and looking right at him, holds out the coin.
He doesn't move.
Well, he's tied up, but
Yeah.
this is what you want?
Yeah, I did. Not anymore. You can have it. You can keep it. I just want my life.
How many more of you are there? Or was this it?
He just kind of surveys the field. There were a couple more on the other side.
Yeah, they're gone. So is it just this group? There's no more of you?
No, not that I know about.
Is he putting out signs like he's lying? Do we believe him?
Roll insight.
So, Jack will say, "Are you sure?" And then he he pulls the hand back to himself, the one and he bites off a finger and he starts chewing on it while he's looking at the guy. I just want to intimidate that living crap out of him.
Yeah, I got a 12 for my insight, so.
He looks like he's telling the truth. He's terrified. You can tell he's just like a fisherman who was. You guys have heard in town that they've cut back fishing because they can't package it, they can't preserve it, so people have left the fishing industry and it's just trying to get by. And looks like he just tried to rob the wrong people.
Yeah. I'm going to take my short sword and I'm gonna kind of hold it up to his neck. I'm not actually trying to cut him. I just want to appear more threatening than we already appear.
Chuck just chewing on the hand right now, so I don't think you need.
Yeah, he just bit a finger off of the army brought. He's chewing on it.
The guy's pretty much pissing himself right now.
That's exactly what I wanted. If I let you keep your life, then you can never do this again.
I wouldn't dream.
And I want you to spread the word that if anyone, anywhere, tries to ambush us specifically, and any other innocent people in this area, I'm coming for you.
And who are you guys? What should I tell them?
Made my mistake.
Oh my God.
I know where to run. Life goes on. It's all.
Tavruk, I don't know how far away I am. I feel like Tavruk is, he's doing.
I think
like,
you've all grouped
we haven't
up.
come up with a group name.
I was just gonna say, I feel like Tavruk's kind of half listening in the background. He's doing the thing you see where they're going around to each of the bodies and sticking his glaive in them to make sure they're dead. And he hears that and he just says, "Just some bad motherfuckers," and then he's still just glaving people.
I think I'm falling behind, doing the whole little tiny prayers, being like, "Hey, watch over this dude."
Yeah, what he said. Just some badass motherfuckers. What a name.
Okay, I guess so. I'll tell them to leave.
That might not be ours.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a group name. Damn it! It's just
what we
look
are.
At us. Do we look like goddamn fishermen?
It's gonna be real easy to pick out a group that looks like this.
Jackfish.
Jack does fish. He is not a fisherman. He is a lizard man.
I'm confused. What's going on?
This isn't an honest way to make a living. Not that I have much room to talk.
Can Jack eat face now?
No.
No. At that point, he passes out.
Like this guy's passed out, right?
Yeah. As soon as he heard talk of eating his face.
I'm gonna untie him. Did he shit himself?
Care to investigate?
What's that smell?
No, I don't care to investigate. I'm just gonna assume he shit himself.
Are we gonna call
ourselves the fear?
The fear mongers?
The fear mongrels is better.
Mongers.
I know, but the fear mongrels is better since half of you look like beasts.
Yeah, fear mongrels. We could call ourselves that.
Oh no.
So while people are searching the bodies, Jack starts scratching and itching uncontrollably as he's flaking off scales and the funguses that were growing on him as his eyes revert back to normal and eventually just gets all the crap off himself.
Yeah.
I have a single ration, and I'm going to leave it with this dude on the side of the ground before we leave.
Alright.
I want him to let everyone in town know that they shouldn't be doing this.
Oh, I got a name for the group. Chatiki's Backup Dancers.
No.
Oh my god, yes.
Chaktiki and the Pips.
Chaktiki and the Pips.
So as you guys all start making... yeah. the road. Tally, can I get a perception check?
Alright. Hold on. That is 22.
Okay, as you're looking back, you look back. You see the guy there laying there with the Russian sitting on his chest. You're like, I think I changed his life. I think he's going to be okay. You just see a squirrel go, grab the ration, and then disappear into the woods.
Make good choices.
Oh, what happened to my bird during all?
It flew away, I'm going to say.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair.
Once you went all fucking creepy, it kind of scared it, and then the fire coming around.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Still my friend for 24 hours, but
Yep,
it's just not around.
it's like I gotta make better friends. He's a bad influence. But so you guys continue to the better part of the rest of the day. Nightfall is just setting in. As you approach, you see the road start to expand a bit, and you're approaching a hillside.
How did it get dark so quickly?
Because you've been
was only
walking for like
It was only supposed to be 3 hours, according.
If you're flying.
Yeah, I gotta work on that, I suppose.
Your bird source is unreliable.
Yeah, I'll eat him later.
So as you follow the road and approach the entrance, carriage carts and a small buildings to your left, you see a pair of rails coming from the cave, heading to the raised platform on your right.
Yeah. Wait. So as we're getting there, it's like, and Tally made that comment. Wait, you don't eat your dead?
There's lots of other things.
Why is this a question?
It's like, my people eat their dead.
I mean, I would eat a dead chicken, a dead fish, not a dead tiefling or a dead smooth skin. She said using air quotes.
Why not?
Because there's other things to eat.
Because it's wrong.
If I ate everything that I killed, I would be very fat. Have to be selective sometimes, child.
But if you just leave them there, they rot. And while nature will accept them, you are not putting it to good use. Like those people we left behind dead, we could have put them to good use.
They're being put to great use.
They will serve as a warning.
He kind of shrugs. Smooth skin logic confusing.
Maybe. That fishing town can eat them.
Ooh, you think we should bring them back to them?
No, they have lots of fish.
Yeah, they have lots of fish.
Lots and lots of fish.
So as you approach the entrance, where you can see they load up carriages, there's a few broken down ones and a couple buildings. There's a couple buildings there if you want to go take a look. See like an old fire pit that looks like it's been lit and soon.
Jack will try to get in front of everyone and try to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the miners have disappeared. The black salt is rotting the fish. If it's around here, how do you think inhaling the fumes with your lungs?
Yeah, I've put my mask up at this point.
Like he kind of nods with approval for the mask.
I'm not so sure if it's the air pollution that's killing the miners. I think there's some mine that is corrupting the entire cave and possibly killing them.
Well, we should give Chak 10 minutes.
Yeah. Also, I'm also gonna see if I can find any of the black, what was the salt around as well, to see if anybody's been mined up and then just left here.
Chak is gonna look for the black salt.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll.
Investigation. Oh,
Almost has been ritual casting detect magic. since we got here?
15.
Near the race platform where the rails go to, you can see where they've most likely pulled carts of it up and loaded into other carts.
Okay.
And you can see some sprinkled around the ground there.
All right. Chalk crouches low next to it, and while everyone else is doing their investigation, I'll start with detect poison and disease as a ritual cast.
It's not a disease. It's not a poison.
All right. I then use ritual cast purify food and drink.
No.
It does not work.
Am I getting anything off detect magic?
Nope.
Do I see Chalk looking at something so I can go over and
Yes.
test on it? I'd like to use my alchemy kit to see if I can discern anything about the salt stuff.
As you're looking at it, it's still the composition of salt, but there's some sort of weird essence to it. And just holding it in your hand and running it through that part of your skin, not quite shriveled, but you can definitely feel it tingle. As it almost pulls out your essence a little.
Chat kind of looks at her. Not poisoned or diseased.
Not magic either.
But it's not quite natural. Is this familiar to me at all? Do I recognize anything about this being weird?
Yes, your character would.
That shit. Great.
Hey, Aviana, you have a look on your face like you've seen this.
Oh, this is what happens when the darkness is involved. And I'm gonna take a sample of it and put it in one of the vials that I have on the chest holsters of the vials that I have. So I'm gonna keep a bit of it.
So no one's told him not to. Chalk sticks his finger in his mouth and then rubs his finger in the stuff and is gonna put his finger in his mouth again.
No.
I forgot that you're basically a toddler and everything is the first line should be don't eat this. Continue. I've learned.
Don't chop these. The fish they were trying to preserve that with rotted within 20 minutes. I don't want to imagine what that would be besides.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Woot! Dirty 20. Thank goodness for having taken resilient.
So as you think, it almost burns your tongue as you're trying to eat it, taste it, which is weird for you because you pretty much have acid saliva.
Mm-hmm.
And so for something to burn you, it's quite unpleasant, but it's not really a burn, an acidic burn. It's something this is just...
So he takes the finger out and he acts tough. It's what? Spicy.
Aviana just gives him a look like he has 7 heads. And she kind of has she basically she knows what just happened.
So, Aviana, you've seen this darkness before?
Yep. It eats away at life force is the best way to put it. It just takes whatever energy is around and consumes it. It doesn't matter what it belongs to, whether it's a dead fish or a living lizard dude. Well, a living lizard mid, because she wouldn't use the word dude.
Jack slowly gets up, brushes himself. Jack, fine.
Yeah, because you didn't have a lot of it, and you're apparently very hardy. But, you eat enough of that, it's gonna eat you back. So, I advise against whenever we're in an area where it's, hey, the darkness is around, maybe we shouldn't eat whatever random thing we found on the floor. Until we know.
How do we... I mean, I'm not exactly familiar with this kind of stuff. The things I've defeated are pretty easy. You stab them and they're done. How do you defeat an abstract entity that eats life force, or is there an actual thing down there causing this phenomenon?
There is likely something causing it. So if you stab that hard enough, it'll make it go away eventually. It'll stop tainting the land and it should eventually heal this place.
So Jack takes one of his good berry mushrooms, and he takes a little sprinkle of the black salt, and he sprinkles it on top just to see what sort of reaction it's going to cause.
It causes the mushroom to start to wither.
Interesting.
While this is going on, have I found anything in the first building?
You can see like it's in shambles. Tables have been overturned, and you can tell this place has been turned over. But you can tell this is where they would have eaten.
You said
Maybe trying to make note if any of the places look like, I don't know, maybe a good place to camp for the night.
Okay. The next building you go into is a barracks. So it's a room full of mainly beds. You can probably tell this is where they would come take rest. Because of people who didn't feel like sleeping in the mines would actually come up and be a place where they would rest.
All right, then I'm going to rejoin the group and inform them about what I've seen and all that jazz. Do you guys want to set up camp? Because I kind of don't want to do this at night.
On the one hand, going into a cave when it's nighttime won't particularly matter because it's going to be dark regardless. On the other hand, naps are nice.
Yeah, we've been through a lot already today.
Yeah, we've
Long
been traveling a
walk.
lot.
Also, whatever lives in the cave is used to the dark, so it might come out at night. We can set up traps.
If it comes out at night.
If it's an it, we don't know what's going on.
Well, Jack's gonna set up his bear trap anyways.
I mean, you do that. It's just that if it lives in the caves, it might not care whether it's day or night out. It might not have a sense of what time.
If it's eaten everything in the cave.
Yep, it may come out just regardless of the time it is.
Tali, you said there were barracks with beds?
Yes, in that building, I point to it. I think we could set up watch quite nicely.
At the rate this place has been mostly abandoned, most people wouldn't be coming by anyway. Maybe, Chuck, we save your traps for the door of our barracks.
All right.
Pretty safe. Everyone can sleep. Wouldn't even really need to
bear
take
trap
watch.
in the barracks.
The bear.
In the door.
Hey.
Oh my god, team name Bear. No, just kidding.
Bear Axe. AXE.
Almost goes, yeah, Chuck, if you lock down the barracks, I can keep an eye on the caves, and I'll make the bat appear, and I'll tell him to hang above the cave, hang upside down like bats do. And if anything comes out, that it comes to me and wakes me and tells me what's going on.
That's smart. Echolocation shit.
So he will keep checking. He'll use his echolocation to find whatever's in there, and then if he finds anything, he will immediately come to me.
Okay.
And wake me up.
So is he going into the cave?
He'll be like at the mouth of the cave, I suppose.
Okay. So the opening of the cave is about 25 by 15 or 20 high. And as he peeks into it, there's a wooden structure like nothing you've seen before. The wooden structure has rails leading to it, but the floor seems to be currently missing. As you look, you see a small hut and a large tunnel heading downward. The hut looks like it's probably been turned over as well. You can see doors kind of kicked in, and from what your back can see, there's just spread papers on the floor.
Okay, I'll let the group know that and say, we can deal with that in the morning if you want, but, that's what's in there from what he can see. But he'll keep an eye out for anything else.
I can take first watch. I want to check on some things before bed anyway. Just run a couple tests on some soil and some things around, make sure that it's just the salt that's being contaminated. Just, get as much information as I can.
Okay. So, Aviana, what would you like to do?
I'm going to I'm going to go to the mouth of the cave and go in a little bit to where that little area was. I'm going to just grab some soil samples from various places, a couple rocks, anything that looks like it was taken up from below. And I want to run some tests on it to see if anything else is being infected or if it's just the salt.
Okay. As you go through some of your soil samples, you'll give me an alchemist roll.
Which I believe is intelligence and proficiency.
I believe so.
Oh my god! Oh my god! How is my life like this? This is literally
Natural 20, right?
fucking... Okay, my intelligence is a +3. Plus proficiency is 2, which is 5. I have a 10. I have a fucking 10. I roll a 5. I don't know what to do with myself right now. It's a 10. Continue.
You're going through and it's been a long day, you're tired.
It's been a long day.
All the samples you've collected, you've kind of cross-contaminated them, and you're like, the bear trap's now set up, and you're like, it's like, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
Yep. I'm probably just gonna maybe smash something in the barrack and go to bed.
You hear a glass vial just shatter on Aviana, storming to her bed.
Because I can't roll to save my life.
Maybe that's what you're saving your good rolls for.
Yep, I rolled 114 tonight, and everything else was a 7 or lower.
That's like me. Alright. So, as the night passes, it actually goes uneventful. Everyone gets a long rest. And that's where we'll end this session. Thanks for listening to this week's episode, and check us out at Misfit Rolls on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Also, don't forget to send in your questions for our behind-the-scenes Q&A show, Miscast. Till next week, on the Isle of Misfit Rolls.